SMYAL 20 years ago, I mean, it was just one of the two houses they now have in Eastern Market. Eastern Market was not what Eastern Market is now, and so taking the metro there from Logan Circle was definitely an adventure. Even though it was only 2 blocks away, it was the longest 2 blocks to walk from Eastern Market to SMYAL HQ. I was paranoid that like maybe my parents would somehow be driving. It was really weird, but once I got in the doors, even though I didn't know anybody, it was home. It was literally a home. While I was out and thriving in high school, I was definitely not out at home. So this is where I lived when I found out about SMYAL and would hop on the metro to head to Eastern Market. So it was in the middle of my junior year, and I remember my parents and I had gotten into a fight after I came out, and I needed to get out. And I didn't get too far, or right around the corner from my house, but I could do nothing but collapse in this fetal position. And I just kind of wanted to stay there. I knew they weren't gonna look for me. Pretty much right around here. This is my safe space. I'm sure if I could have hopped on the metro to go to SMYAL, I probably would have. In a moment where I needed them to listen, they didn't hear me. The time they were asking like, who did this to you? And I was like, no one did. I don't know any other gay people. Like, this is just me. This is just who I am. And they didn't believe it. And it was really frustrating, like actually telling them how alone I felt, but they were just convinced that it had to be someone who did this to me, right?
Just look at me in the camera.
I think the most challenging part of me coming out, and what's really challenging talking about it right now, like safe spaces have become a bit of a word that people are familiar with, but I think we've needed them for longer than we've been using those words. And we don't think about how simple things like home and school need to be safe spaces for us. A lot of youth, once the school day ends, you know, it's either home or where. SMYAL was a place I could go to when I couldn't or didn't want to go home. I think that a reason I was out in high school was because I was able to come out over the summer going to SMYAL before my junior year of high school. At that time, I was only aware that SMYAL did a Saturday program, and it was very much a come hang out and talk. It was the emotional safety of just being loved, being accepted, being heard. But having SMYAL to go to every Saturday, and it wasn't just the program that happened there, this like nice little social group. We would then go to Soho to keep hanging out and talking all afternoon. And so before you knew it, the day had gone by. I just hung out with a bunch of people I could relate to and talk to and didn't feel alone. And even though it only happened once a week, that was one day more that I didn't feel lonely. One of the things that happened was I met my first boyfriend at a SMYAL meeting. Even being able to begin to explore that when a lot of my high school classmates had already been dating, had already had their first kiss, had already had, you know, girlfriends or boyfriends. It was nice that I was able to act on some of the things I'd been feeling as a pubescent teen. Support for SMYAL is really crucial now. 46% or so of young people experiencing homelessness in DC do identify as LGBTQ. So I think there are a lot of things we need to remember about our own experiences as a young person. We need to realize that sometimes when you see young people on the street, they might be on the precipice of falling through the cracks. We don't know why they're there, but you can probably be sure it's because they don't have anywhere else to go at that moment. When we support SMYAL, we're really investing in our own community. These young people are part of it. They're growing up to be young adults, and the more we can invest in ways to make sure that they survive and thrive, the stronger our own community will be and the stronger the future of our community will be. Every little thing we can do to help catch our young people before they fall makes a huge difference.